Hello, everyone. Welcome to Milo's stage. I'm Milo, and welcome to my stage. Today is day 13 of me playing Pokémon FireRed. This one's just as a regular playthrough, so no rules apart from those within the game itself. Um, I think I'm pretty close on this one as well, so we will see how far I get during this playthrough. As always, if you like my streams, please follow me on Twitch. If you want to go ad-free, then please subscribe. If you want to watch a backlog of any of my streams, please go and subscribe over on YouTube. And if you want advanced notifications of any of my streams, please follow me on Twitter. Under all three, you can find me under Milo Stage, so I should be relatively easy to find. Additionally, I do have a Discord server, which I am adding to the chat and pinning to the top. If you would like to continue any conversations following the stream over there, future of the channel, games in general, miscellaneous other, such as, I don't know, maybe you've taken a picture of me in real life and want to upload it up there. That'll be fun as well. We're generally a good bunch over there, and it would be lovely to see you over there. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on with this stream. Hello, Snazmon. How are you? Are you having a good day? The Twitter is Milo's _ stage. If that's any help. I would hope it is. Anyway, how are you today? Have you been up to much? And thank you for the 3-day streak, a free stream streak. I mean, what is Twitter? It's the social media network with the blue logo and the bird. They changed it about a year back, but it's still Twitter, let's be honest. Hello, Yorkshire Fat Man! And I am glad that you live! How have you been? Have you been up to much? Right. I cannot remember what I was doing on here. Whatever the case is, I made it here for some reason. Maybe I was going after the legendary birds? Now I've got Articuno and Zapdos. Right, okay. Oh, I think I was training up. That would make sense. What item is he holding? Ah, the experience share. So yeah, I'll be training everything to level 51. Excellent. Alright then. Let's get this training going then. Uh, I'm being silly. It's called X now. What's called X? Questionable at present. Oh, we seem to be in an ad break. I shall deal with chat as soon as the ads are done. Welcome back, everyone, from ad jail. Yeah, I'm not sure when the ads quite started, so I apologise if I repeat anything from the chat. But yeah, what's called X? Questionable at this present, mainly working at silly o'clock again. Oh, I hate working at silly o'clock. I've got to do that on, not tomorrow, on Thursday, sadly. Is what it is, I suppose. Who wouldn't know Twitter? The only letter for X is L. X is L? No, I am not nuzlocking on this game. Only Leaf Green I'm doing a nuzlock on, and that is on Fridays and Saturdays. The opposite of W. XL, extra large. Oh goodness, how did you get that first icon? Oh, you're subscribed. Oh, I didn't even realise. Well, thank you for subscribing. Extra lame. Love it. Other than work, it's just house hunting. How is that going at the moment? Is there anything that looks vaguely workable? Yeah, it's just one of those things. I've never noticed it on my channel ever before, but I've seen it on other people's channels, so I've, you know, first time noticing something. But yeah, thank you for the subscribe, I appreciate it. So being pushed back for on 3. So being pushed back on 3 so far. So it's square 1 again. Oh, that's not good. I am so sorry, Yorkshire. Do you have any ideas of where you might would be looking for? Would it be roughly about in the same area still? I know when I start out streaming, you'll think of me. I will think of you. Was evicted from another rental for the second time in 12 months. Only moved into where I am now 8 months ago. That happened to us actually. We lived there 8 years. This new law has screwed over so many people. I mean, to be fair, it was created to help tenants over landlords. Admittedly, when you do something like that, there are going to be teething problems along the way, which, you know, not helpful. In the short term at least. First landlord didn't pay the mortgage, so we were turfed out by the courts. Moved here, and current landlord has decided to sell up, so we've been served a 4-month notice. I mean, out of curiosity, Yorkshire, has the place you're living at the moment, has it already been bought out by a new owner? Yes, you can stay if they sell up, but only because they have to honour the contract. So essentially what's happening here is they've got until the end of the tenancy currently. At least if I've got that right. I don't know if that detail has changed as well, but I don't think it has. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get that going again. There we go, that's not too bad. Got 4 of them. Our landlady moved her son into our place, so basically, so law or no, it's probably just a coincidence. As such, the landlord has decided, nope, it will be vacant, so it's why they've served it under the new laws. They cannot evict within 12 months of signing a new contract, which is why they've served it for 12 months and a day. They've asked us to agree air date when they can come and evaluate it. We said once we've moved out. I mean, with everything that's going on and the chance of saving any money, the chance of saving any money, it's a shame that there's no reasonable way that you would be able to mortgage the property and own it yourself. I work on the railway! Of all things. They've asked us to... you're gonna screw us, bite me. What are you doing all the live-long day? Yes! Yes, unfortunately. Luckily, I am in a contact centre, so not too bad. Unfortunately, that does mean I've got to deal with some pretty irate people, and sometimes the trick is trying to get them to calm down before they're actually willing to listen to what you have to say. You know, if that happens at all. When I left the police, I thought of the rails. I mean, don't get me wrong, the railway is a pretty decent job to work for. It's just securing the positions that you're able to attain more easily as an external applicant. Best one to go for is usually Gateline, which is where I started. Unfortunately, Gateline isn't exactly the most what's the word for it? Isn't the most it's probably the most unforgiving position you can go for, because you got to learn a lot of stuff in a very short period of time, and people, especially when they're talking to you face to face and you're the first person who is likely to turn around and say no, yeah, people aren't very forgiving of that. I mean, a lot of people can. I mean, most people can be quite surprised by what they can deal with when they've got no choice but to deal with it. There we go. But, yeah, luckily I am in more of a position now where I am doing much better than I was previously. But yeah, I've been doing it for a little over a decade now. Oh, wrong one. Got to keep an eye out for the sprites that have their hands up. Oh my goodness. Ah, the cinema days. Yeah, oh, that feels like a lifetime ago. It's always, every so often, when I come across a film, it's like, yeah, I was working at a cinema back when that one came out. And then sometimes I remember how long ago that was. You know, for some real shock value. Oh goodness. Oh dear, don't. But yeah, I had no idea you were working for the police. So, what was you doing at what did you do when you were working for the police then? Four, 5, 6, 7. Only one? Oh goodness. Oh, nice. I had a friend who was working for the police at one point, but was taking phone calls, essentially. I can imagine, especially when you're dealing with an intense phone call, or even when you're involved in that intense situation, to be fair. Things must be difficult very much on a daily basis. Especially depending upon what situations you happen to be dealing with. Especially since, you know, regardless, you'll always be dealing with a upset people. The nature of their upset, I suppose, would be, you know, very dependent on the situation itself, but yep, got all of them this time. Excellent. Phone calls come in and it's just incomprehensible screaming for help. Yeah, I can imagine that. To be fair, you know, depending on people's communication skills, sometimes I can struggle a little bit on phones myself, so if people are being particularly loud and fast, and yeah, I don't know how I would keep up with all the details. Luckily, I'm able to do what I do in a more slow-paced, at more of a comfortable speed, whereas I suppose working the phones for the police means that you don't always have that luxury. Hell, I get frustrated with myself enough when I'm trying to remember phonetics off the top of my head. Sometimes I'm just looking at a letter thinking, I can't remember what this letter is. I mean, heck, I can never remember whether I is supposed to be India, Indigo, or Igloo. When it comes to S, I never say Sierra, because the whole point is to make it less confusing. A lot of people will hear Sierra, it's like, is that a C? It's like, no, that's an S. I always say September. My job? pays the bills, it pays for where I'm living. All in all, it's not that badly paid. Honestly, Gateline get a rough job of it because they get no terms and conditions on their pay, and they don't get and they are paid the least out of every other grade. But generally speaking, most positions pay well enough for you to get by on. Sugar is another good one to go with. Although that being said, when people use phonetics on me, and they start using the old phonetics before they changed it to become more understandable, it's like, I know what that is, but there's a reason that that's not used anymore. Because the old list dealt with an awful lot of words that were confusing. I can't think of one off the top of my head, however. Which is kind of frustrating. So what do you do now then? I can only think of naughty words. Oh, don't get me started. My mind is terrible, so yeah, really don't get me started, because I'm supposed to be family friendly. At least as close as I can manage. That being said, I have considered creating a phonetic alphabet that I can use during various holiday seasons. So far, I've struggled to actually just get started on that one. Looks like we've got an ad break starting in a few seconds. So I will hold on the replies for the on chat so that anybody who's behind the ads can still keep up with what's going on. I cannot believe that missed. I mean, to be fair, you don't, and I don't think Yorkshire does. But there may be people who are watching who don't have a who don't even have a username. So I'm just trying to be conscious of everybody who's watching. I don't think Yorkshire gets the ad breaks either, because I think he's Prime subscribed. Yes, he is. That's alright, that's fine. I won't take it personally. I mean, as supermarkets go, Marks and Spencer's is actually a pretty good place to work. Even when I was working at Tesco, it was well known that Marks and Spencer's really look after their staff. In fact, one of the people I used to work with while working at Tesco did move on to eventually work at Marks and Spencer's as well. 20%? Oh, that is insane! That must come in really handy during Christmas. It's one of the things I do miss about working at a supermarket, and that's very much the discount during the holiday seasons, because wow, the amount you save. I'll tell you what though, when I first got my discount card when I was working at Tesco, the first thing, and quite literally the very first thing I bought myself, was a Nintendo GameCube. And oh, I did buy myself a game. I can't remember what game I bought myself. But what I do remember is that I think it might have been Soul Calibur I bought myself, Soul Calibur 2. But what I didn't realise when I bought that GameCube is that it also came with came with Super Mario Sunshine. So I was playing that as well. And that was actually a very nice surprise because I wasn't expecting that. I only found out when I started unpacking the box. It's just something to keep me going while I get my truck license. Oh! Going for your HGV? It is a HGV license, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Yes, I am not that old that I'm going senile. I mean, what's the difference between a HGV and an LGV? I've never even I've never even heard of an LGV before. Fair enough. Large/heavy. Okay, fair enough. I can actually kind of understand the need to differentiate between large vehicles and heavy load bearing. Right, only 3 that time, but, you know, that's still good. DVLA calls it L. Fair enough. So you want to be a, So you want to be a truck driver then? I collect all the letters. I've got my motorcycle license, car. Excellent. I used to have a provisional for a moped, but that's about as far as I was ever able to get, really. I did do driving lessons for driving a car, passed my tests and my theory tests and whatnot, but when it came to doing the practical test, nerves always got in the way. They always do when it comes to tests with me. And I found myself running out of money far too quickly than to keep up with the lessons, so eventually it got to a point where I found that, honestly, besides being a useful thing to have, I never actually managed to get a car license. And honestly, it would have been something that I would have really enjoyed, especially with being able to get about, take people around with me, and the useful things for it as well, such as camping and whatnot. Hell, maybe at some point I can think about trying for that again. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoy driving about. Especially as the rail network is... The rail network isn't that bad. I mean, honestly, it has its problems, and the biggest problem of it is very much if something goes wrong. With roads, you can navigate around. With trains, because everything's on rails, you can't do that. And there's very specific rules in place regarding knowing your lines and whatnot before you can actually drive on them as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one when it comes to the rail network, but it's the same with most countries, if to be completely fair. Do I want to learn Dragon Rage? Let's see. No, because it only does 40 damage. No thank you. No, wrong button. No. Yes, there we go. You mean, nationalisation? I mean, for the most part, everything is still the same. But that's because if you're going to start changing stuff, you want to do that as soon as everything is under the same umbrella. So for the time being, everything very much is still the same as it was. The network I work for has been under nationalisation for over a year now, so yeah, that's not too bad. But yeah, that's why you've only just started seeing trains with the new paintwork, which reads Great British Rail on them, only just appearing. I think it's only a couple of the new units for each train operating company. But I think there's still a few more of the operating companies that still need to come under that banner before any real changes will start happening. So for the time being, everything is still operated very much in the same way as it always has. But eventually things will end up changing, especially when it comes to unifying the rules across all the different train operating companies. They were one of the first that came under Great British Rail, yes. But yeah, there's a lot that has to change before everything becomes properly unified. And I don't quite know what that means for the contact centres yet. Because obviously, apart from the systems that they all use to get their information, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the programs and whatnot each train operating company uses are completely different programs compared to everybody else. So that might be something that might be looked into at a later date as well. But there, as I said, there is a lot of work to go in before everything is working more like a well-oiled machine. For the time being, at least, I mean, take refunds, for example. They still have to be processed through the same operating company as they were bought from, so not even that's unified. But yeah, even after they are properly unified as well, I think each of the each of the different parts of the network are still going to be somewhat under their own banner. So, for example, if on a logo basis, for example, you'd have Great British Rail, and underneath that you would have something like Southwestern Line, for example, or Great Western Line, or Southern Line, or... you get the idea. So I still think there would be some individuality maintained between the lines, but it eventually... once unified like that, I think they will be a little bit more streamlined amongst each other. It's like us and franchising the buses. It'll be green buses, registered weaver, but with whoever gets the contract. Something like that, yeah. PCV. I'm not entirely sure what PCV means. Passenger carrying vehicle. Oh! Okay. I'm up to date with the terminology, thank you. I appreciate it. It's the card I have to carry on me or at all in order for me to drive my bus and carry passengers. Need my license and then my PCV license. I see, so you've got two separate licenses. Interesting. It's like the CPC, like the professional competency thing. I'll tell you what, with CPC 8 hours in a classroom. Oh dear. I'll tell you what though, for all that's involved with doing it, I would never want to be a train driver. I mean, sure, it's probably one of the more lucratively paid jobs on the railway, but I couldn't do it at all because you are not allowed to do anything at all while you're driving, not even listen to music. And when you're doing that for about 8 hours and all you're doing is pay attention of what's ahead of you, and you know, it's that easy to get bored of your surroundings and whatnot, I would probably go crazier than I already am. And let's be honest, I'm crazy enough. Oh yeah, train drivers get paid really well. I calculated it once when one of the wives picking up their husbands were talking to me, and I worked out that a train driver, if they didn't have to focus on anything such as food and bills and the such, they could essentially save up to outright buy a house within 10 years. Or at least close to that description. Pretty scenery is nice, but unfortunately when you see it day in and day out, it gets a bit, samey. Especially since they have to first know their route before they're even allowed to drive on it. I'm pretty sure if most of us didn't have to pay for stuff, we'd have more money. Oh yeah, most certainly. Don't get me started on my rent. That is not a fun conversation. Well, that's Charizard out. Right, I'm gonna have to dip. Got a Toko meeting to attend to. If you want to push that GoFundMe thing, Milo, you can do. But I know your chat room yours. Okay, hope the meeting goes well for Tokonatsu, and hope you hope things get on the mend for you, alright? Yeah, chat to you when I next do, and goodbye. Do you have roomies? Once upon a time, that is a bit of a arduous story, honestly. How do I put this in a way where I can actually talk about it? Essentially, I was living with people that I trusted the most. Close friends, you could say. At least I thought so at the time. And then they essentially ruined my life. So, yeah, now I live alone and I'm paying a small fortune. It was one of those things where I couldn't live with anybody I didn't know and didn't trust. And after that whole experience, it's destroyed any sort of level of trust I could have anyone, and it actually resulted in the end of my relationship as well. He wasn't involved in the whole situation there, but where your partner lives in another country and you rely on your expendable income in order to see them, it just left no way for that to continue, so no one you know, no. At least I don't think so, anyway. But, yeah, things went very south for me, and put me in a very bad place, to say the least. In fact, the worst place I have ever been. I'm slowly getting back on my feet, but everything that happened very much led to a place where not only am I now living alone, but I'm also living in a city where outside of work, I don't know anyone. And I don't have the skills anymore to randomly go out, strike up a conversation, and, you know, do the normal things where you make friends. And to make things a little bit more difficult for me is the dating scene where I am for a gay man, essentially, is, especially of my age, is exceptionally non-existent. So, yeah. Life kinda sucks a little bit, but I am moving on from that. I am getting better. But it's very much an ongoing thing, and I'm also very aware of the whole thing of when it comes to things like mental health, you're only ever really as good as your worst day. And I've got to be conscious of that a lot. But, you know, one day at a time. And as long as I focus on slowly making things better for myself, at least I'm doing something positive. And, you know, I still do all the things that I enjoy doing, such as going to conventions, and, well, playing games, watching films. Hell, I only have to cross one road where I'm living at the moment in order to go to the cinema. And that can't be a bad thing. Thank you very much. And honestly, history is history. There's not much that can be done about that. And I have to thank you for not being the person to turn around and say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Because honestly, from my experience and what I've experienced, that's really not the case. I mean, I remember somebody quoting heart attacks in that metaphor, and it's like, yeah, no, not in this case. It's like, but also when it comes to mental health, because once you reach a particular low, it's not strengthening. Sure, you've experienced that situation and maybe you can deal with it a little bit better next time, but then again, maybe not. Because there are some things that just wear away at a person. But, you know, that's why you need people in your life that will listen and take care and whatnot. And thankfully, despite all the people that I've personally helped in my life that wasn't there for me, there were quite a lot of people, a lot of friends who really took care of me during that period, and I couldn't ask for better people around me, honestly. Exactly! What doesn't kill you does a lot of complicated things to you. In some cases, to be fair, that can be empowering, but in so many cases, it can be destroying to your mental health, your physical health, and deep down to your core, your soul, it can be destroying. And, you know, I've got a lot of respect for people who can pick themselves up and dust themselves off and do what they have to do to keep going. Because honestly, it's hard, and people who say, you know, it makes you stronger are very much downsizing what people that are experiencing these things have to go through in order to keep going. And those people who are able to keep going deserve a lot more praise than that sort of brush off, if that makes any sense. I mean, I hope I'm making sense, because otherwise I've just been rambling. I mean, I've definitely been rambling, but, you know. I think it's just their own way of coping. Everyone has a different way. Exactly. And their own personal experiences sort of tie into that as well. And honestly, I don't think it helps that I've lost people along the way. But I think everybody's sort of experienced that, and I mean that in the whole sense of not lost as in they've moved on, or, you know, you don't talk to them anymore. I mean lost. Capital L-O-S-T. And, yeah. But yeah, helps to keep your lifelines. And a lifeline can be a person, it can be a thing, it can be anything that helps get you through. And I'd like to think that I've been that for people. At least I hope I have. Ooh, Mega Drain. Yes, yes, I want Mega Drain. I'm gonna teach over Absorb. Most certainly, yes. Let's change the subject. What shall we talk about? Yeah, I don't have anyone else I need to train up just yet. Take away the item. Give that to Primate, because it looks like Primate needs it more than anybody else. Maybe it's just in items. That would make sense. There it is. Oh, they're all very, very close. So, have you been playing any games recently? Yes! Excellent. Eugenics, Notea, Risk of Rain, Returns, Terraria. Can't really settle. What about games you're looking forward to? Because there's been a few showcases and whatnot recently for Xbox, PlayStation and Nintendo. Have you seen anything over the past few days that you're looking forward to? Maybe a little bit excited about? So, one of the games I'm looking forward to at the moment is Star Fox. Which, yeah, I get it, it's a remake, essentially, but honestly, I saw that announcement and I have to say, I am really excited. Oh yeah, Wind and Waves is a definite, is definitely one of the ones at the top there. Unfortunately, it's not likely to be out until the end of next year, so, you know, I'm trying not to get too excited about it so early on, but from what I've seen of it so far, it does look really good, especially since it seems to be bringing back underwater exploring Pokemon underwater as well, so bringing back the dive mechanic from oh, I want to say Gen 4? No, it's Gen 3. Dive was in Gen 3. But yeah, I already know that I'm picking Gekwa as my starter because, well, I'm pretty sure I made my whole love for that Pokemon known already. Well, Raichu just can't get a break. And it's poisoned. Those smoke screens are a nightmare. At least I know Thunderbolt is going to do that. I want the silly poofy dog. Oh goodness. Pombon. Pombon. I am already curious about their evolutions as well. Thing is, it's going to be one of those things that it's going to be the last thing that we find out about, if at all. Depends on how locked down they're going to be about the different Pokemon this generation. Because for Scarlet and Violet, it was nobody could find out anything, and even if they did, it got deleted and removed almost immediately. And to be fair, I get it. There are people that don't want to know the details very early on, but then there's some people who do, so, you know, it's, there's at least got to be a middle ground that should be considered. At least in my opinion. Have you got a nickname all picked out for your choice of starter? Or are you just going with the Pokemon names? I mean, to be fair, it's what I do. No, I don't really nickname unless it's a game I've run before. That's fair. And to be honest, nicknaming Pokemon is not really something I do either. It's only something that I've actually done in that Nuzlocke that I do on Fridays and Saturdays. 6, 7. Not bad. 4 out of 6. And then I give them all really mundane names like Susan. I mean, to be fair, I should never be allowed to name anything. I once named a hamster George. I named a cat Caitlin, which honestly isn't that bad, but at the same time, you know, it's not really pushing the boat out there at all. What else? I had 2 albino ferrets called Snowy and Gloria. Snowy for an albino ferret is, you know, kind of obvious. Gloria was mostly because she had a bit of a golden sheen to her coat, so yeah, I should never be allowed to name anything, ever. Glowy and Snorer. Katesif. What other pets have I had that I've named? I've had 2 other hamsters, and I can't for the life of me remember what I called them. But that was a long, long time ago, to be fair. Oh goodness, I'm trying to remember what I've named pets. I think that's it for the ones that I've named, apart from the 2 hamsters that I cannot remember. In case you wondered, I'm still a nut job. I mean, who survives in this day and age without being a nut job? You don't have to be crazy to live in today's world, but it helps. I actually remember something somebody wrote in one of the back rooms at McDonald's when I was working there. And, you know, what he wrote quite literally applies to any job out there. What was it? Alright. So what he wrote was... Oh no, wait... So what he wrote on the whiteboard was... If given the choice between life and poverty, most people would choose to live in poverty. Sorry, death and poverty. Most will choose to live in poverty in the hope of better life. However, if people were given the choice between death and working at McDonald's, the world's population would no longer be a problem. Most jobs, not all jobs. I used to find that far more humorous before I felt how real that was, honestly. Admittedly, yeah, it very much is. But it's also what we're willing to put up with in order to keep going. Because you do get a lot of people out there who will take a look at a job and then, you know, judge that they would never in their life consider working there. Maybe? But at the same time, this same guy had been through, at that point in his life, so much more than most people have ever been through. To be fair, that doesn't apply to all people. The statement doesn't apply to all people. It just applies to a lot of people out there in regards to how they feel like they're better than particular jobs. Usually that's born from how people in those jobs are treated by the general public, just generally. And honestly, for speaking on my own part, I don't know how I would cope without work. In fact, I tend to push myself harder than I realistically should. Weirdly. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, let's heal these guys up. Oh. Okay, so the whole poison thing when you're walking. Back when the first games came out, there was somebody, I can't remember who had bought the games for his kids. And he said to me about constantly having to take the games back because they were constantly glitching. I was like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, you'd be walking and the screen would just keep hiccuping. And they must have changed out the games so many times because of that. And I then just sort of, that would be because there was something on their team that was poisoned. And then they realised that they were going to so much effort to change out the games for a glitch that really wasn't a glitch. I kind of feel bad for that person. But at the same time, I can sort of understand how they made that mistake. Yeah, exactly. I wish Pikachu / Raichu weren't such garbage. Honestly, they could stand to get an evolution, honestly. They are the best. They've got a pretty decent move pool in later games. But in the earlier games, yeah, they're not great. That being said, Raichu is the third stage, so yeah, it's definitely not getting an evolution. And I kind of feel bad for saying it, but I never really gave Alolan Raichu a chance. Correction, it's got 2. And to be fair, apparently those megas are insane. A temporary based evolution, but an evolution all the same. Actually, that's a question for you. What do you think about alpha Pokemon? Your personal opinion on them. They could branch Pika's Evo and change Raichu's stats. There are options. I mean, that's fair. I mean, technically, Raichu is very much a branch now anyway, in other contexts, since Alolan Raichu is a different variant of a Raichu. There better be more Eevee Evos or I'm going to flip. See, I'm not entirely convinced that there are likely to be any more, not without adding any more typings. Because one of the things about Eevee's evolutions is that they are all based around all the special typings from the earlier games. Whereas all the typings that it hasn't taken from are actually physical types. Which is weird because how is Ghost a physical type? But apparently that's how they statted it in the original games. And there's Pope Winter with a joke! And I like it! Steel was very much a physical type. But yeah. Again, poison was a physical typing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to be wrong and for them to introduce evolutions for all the remaining EVs. But I'm not 100% sure that it'll ever happen. Me? Laugh? Would I ever? Okay, that's not a bad combo there. You insult my honor. Glaceon is peak. Glaceon is not Espeon and therefore not peak. Wow! Those be fighting words. I mean, the only downside to Glaceon is until recent Pokemon games, obtaining a Glaceon was not easy because the games that they were introduced in and the following couple of generations, you could only ever get a Glaceon by evolving it either in the very late game or in the post game. Which, you know, it's kind of a shame. Red has an Espeon. Where do you fight him? At the peak of Mount Sylvia. Therefore, Espeon is peak. Okay, fine. I'll give you that dad joke. Glaceon lives on mountains, so it is more peak by average. I mean, what is this saying about Leafeon? Or Vaporeon, for that matter? My goodness. Oh, we've got a debate going now. Does this make Sylveon wild? Because, you know, Feywilds? Oh dear. Excellent, Raichu is done. Now I just have to get Primate up to a level 55. Oh. Help if I had selected the correct Pokemon. I can't hear you over you not picking Glaceon or Espeon, Milo. Do I have to choose? Jolteon. For what is higher than the sky itself? You know you want to side with the dad jokes. Oh, goodness. I mean, you might be right. I do like the dad jokes. And I tell a lot myself. But yeah, I'm going for a third option. No! No, come back! Come back! Surely I must get some amount of points for, you know, going for a third option. You tell a lot of them despite not having the required qualifications. I mean, it's not my fault. I mean, me and my previous boyfriends have tried really, really hard. But, you know, it just never worked out. Sorry, Raichu. He's been a ferret dad. Does that count? I've been a ferret dad, I've been a dog dad, I've been a cat dad, hamster dad. Technically we owned budgies, but I was a little kid at that point, so, you know, I don't think I can make that count no matter how hard I try. Actually, that's a point. The new laws allow for me to have a pet. As long as I have enough room for a pet, so, yeah! Maybe I should get myself a pet. Come on, guys, I need pet suggestions. Maybe I'll bring it up at the next council meeting, though I doubt it would be accepted. I mean, if you're going to bring it up at the next council meeting, aren't you supposed to be a member of said council in order to do so? Oh no, now I'm doing it. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm confused. Yes, I'm a dad and therefore a member of the Dad Council. Oh, the Dad Council. For a moment there, I was worried you were talking about something else. Let's not talk about that. So there is a command you can put in to make Seribot, tell terrible jokes as well. I just can't remember what it was. Give me a second. So, if I go to... there... Okay. So, what you want to type in is exclamation mark dad joke. No spaces. Just put that into chat. As for pets, I think you could probably keep a rock alive. Wow, a pet rock! It would also be easy for you to keep up with one when it comes to walking. Why did Sweden start painting barcodes on the side of their battleships? So they could... Scandinavia? One second! That one might have broken me a little bit. Where was I? Pet cactus. Out. Can you please stop unsubscribing? Pretty please? Don't tell secrets in cornfields. Too many ears around. Okay, so this one works for most animals. But we're going to go with dinosaurs on this one. Try exclamation mark dino fact. How do you fix a broken pizza with tomato paste? Oh dear. Edmontosaurus and Triceratops were among the last non-avian dinosaurs to exist before the Capek extinction event. They were contemporaries of the T-Rex. It was a little funny. Not the funniest of the funnies, but, you know, it was up there. Agreed. I declare it stricken from the record. With my powers as Pope. A ferret's whiskers are highly sensitive to air currents, providing vital spatial information to the animal in pitch black tunnels. Bingo is the name of the dog on the side of the Cracker Jack box. Pretty sure that fact is a little bit American for me to sort of really appreciate. Wow! I've got to give you a Milo fact. Okay, oh goodness, what do I go with? Milo likes pineapple. Sorry, I'm not as fast as Seribot. Oh! And if you just simply type good space bot, Milo sacrificed his tent to Hestia, goddess of the hearth at the end of Tokunatsu. Wouldn't that mean that I would have burnt my tent? I simply just threw it in the bin. Pineapple only likes you as a friend. Oh, wow! Ouch! Oh, I feel slightly attacked by that one. You don't have to burn something for it to be sacrificed. Yes, but I was thinking goddess of the hearth and whatnot, you know. Nope, it's a real thing that actually happened. Yeah, the tent died. I was really sad. Because it was it was the first big purchase I ever made. And big can also be taken in a literal sense as well, considering it was an 8-berth tent, which means it sleeps 8 people. Right. So we are going to Rock Tunnel. A Diglett's Cave, even. Is Pope Winter maybe playing Pokémon FireRed? I'm just guessing here. That's okay, Pineapple is icky girl anyway. But pineapple is so delicious, especially on pizza. Was the 10 in fact sacrificed to the Great British Weather? So it was basically dying to the weather. Essentially, the tent was well over a decade old, and I did re-waterproof the tent, but the waterproofing didn't take, so unfortunately the tent died. And the previous year we had a leak, and that wasn't the only thing that died, was it, Pope Winter? I mean, to be fair, your phone might have lived if you put it in the pocket, as, you know, was available there next to you. It wasn't funny at the time, but, yeah. Luckily, as I said, the waterproofing didn't take, but it survived the weather a lot better than it did the previous year. So yeah, last year I bought myself a brand new tent. This one has blackout alcoves. You're unsubscribing again? What did I say this time? As I had done the previous 3 nights, it was most definitely partially my fault. You know, I was also murdered brutally for my stance of pineapple being on pizza as well. But, you know, there must be something good about it because I almost instantly resurrected. I might want to point out at this point that we were playing werewolf. I mean, I wouldn't say that, but sure, why not? Oh no, I have a bad feeling. Ha! I'm gonna have to go back through Diglett's cave for an unrelated reason. To which I cannot confirm or deny, maybe because of choices made. Oh, thank you for the posture check. Oh, bit of a stretch as well. Oh. Oh. Yep. Oh, thank you for that, Snazmon. Oh, you could hear that. Oh dear. That's right. You should hear how loudly it clicks when I go to an osteopathy appointment. That can get really audible, even. Words, why are you failing me? Right. Let's correct the mistake I made. Right. Hilariously, if there was a PC over here, I would have been able to do that so much quicker. Now we want to change back over to Lapras. Alright. We are going after Blaine now. Speaking of Blaine, have you defeated Blaine yet, Pope Winter? You must be joking, I have so many Pokemon to get up to level 50 before that. Yeah, but you have your lucky egg now. Why doesn't Kabutops have any water attacks yet? That's frustrating. Hey, Pope Winter, what do you call a biplane as you're looking directly at it and it hasn't yet flown overhead? A hello plane, yeah! I once said that to my ex, and he turned around to me and said, "Right, that settles it. If we ever have kids, you're the dad." Nah, he never left me. Not at that point, anyway. You know what? For a water type, I am shocked at the lack of water attacks Kabuto and Kabutops can actually learn. It only learns water attacks via TM, and possibly even egg moves. The lucky egg is helping, but only a little. There is a lot of unfunny nonsense that goes on in our household. Unfunny or hilarious, but you're unwilling to admit to it. I'm actually just looking at mics for streaming. That's a shame because Kabutops looks peak. It does, doesn't it? So, if you're looking for mics for streaming, what I've got is this, essentially. And that I got really cheap at Argos. I mean, sure, there are better mics out there that deal with background noise and such a lot better, but if you're looking for something just to get you started with, it's not a bad one, honestly. Of course he used Hyper Potion. Let's send out Raichu. How honestly, I can't remember. I think it was a little bit south of £20, maybe? Maybe less? As I said, I can't entirely remember. But they should still sell them at Argos. Oh goodness. Nobody wants that echo. I've done the Notia stream and that's it. I knew that was going to happen. Oh wait, it was just a full hill. Not too bad then. I have burned down to nothing, not even ashes remain. You have earned the volcano badge. Aha! The volcano badge heightens the special stats of your Pokémon. Here, you can have this too. Fire Blast is the ultimate fire technique. Don't waste it on water Pokémon. I mean, I can only think of one water-type Pokémon that could potentially learn Fire Blast, and that is not in this game. Huh? Hey, if it isn't Milo. Look, it's me, Bill. Long time no see. I hope you're still using my PC system. Well, listen, since we met up here, how about spending time with me? There's this little island in the far south called One Island. A friend invited me, so I'm on my way out there. How about it? Do you feel like coming with me? Alright then, let's go! Looks like my pal's boat's arrived too. He sent it especially here to Cinnabar to pick me up. I was gonna look at that game you were playing last night, Has Been Heroes. It's a fun game to be sure. There's a lot to learn about its mechanics, but once you get the hang of it, you can really sort of pick up a pace, especially after you lock in. Has Been Heroes went pretty well. Unless, of course, you were talking about Snazmon about their stream. I just remembered. Hard to tell, really. I had 4 viewers, I think. I mean, to be fair, 4 viewers is pretty decent. But from research I've seen that audio quality is basically the most important aspect of streaming. It can be, yes. But one of the things that you've got to bear in mind is if you're going to get the best quality out of all the things that you can get, you're going to end up spending a lot of money. So do what you can in order to provide a decent audio, but don't put yourself too far out of pocket in order to do it. You really need to consider, you know, what your budget is and, you know, what you can upgrade later. No point in starting off with the high quality stuff before you really start moving, if you get what I mean. I mean, how did it go technically? Did you think you need a new mic or current one will suffice? I literally don't have one. I didn't stream with audio. Other than that, I have a cheap headset which is no good. I mean, if you're after a headset and a mic, essentially what you could do to nip both in the butt at the same time is get a headset, a pair of headphones that have an inbuilt mic. That way you're at least covering both areas at the same time. And you can get headphones that have a built-in mic that deals with good quality in both audio and microphone. And it's sort of 2 birds, 1 stone thing. It's not the most important. Get good, not best. Most important is to actually stream regularly. I happen to agree, yeah. You sort of need to set yourself up a schedule and sort of stick to that schedule as well. At least as best as you can. I've got quite a lot saved up from not spending. I have Sony XM4 headphones, which are really good. But I think I'd rather have a good desktop mic. That's fair. So, as far as headphones go, where's the box? This is what I've got. Sennheisers. And they are amazing. But what I will say on the matter is, do everything that you can do to keep them safe, including the wires if you're not going wireless. I go wired because I find locking in provides a better connection without having to worry about any issues or connecting up before a stream. But one of the things I did do, let's see, is for the desk. Don't know if you can see these pretty well or not. Hold on, let me get one out. Oh my goodness, that is locked up tight. Please, let me in there. Okay. So, underneath my desk, I got these little stick-on clips. Alright? And so that my feet don't get tangled in the wires, and if I end up leaving where I am, I don't end up snagging on the wire and ripping it out, as it were. So yeah, I just got a few of these stuck to the underside of my coffee table, just to keep the cable away from my feet. I have a Shure SM 58 for I got for karaoke back in 2008, which still works pretty much perfectly. My desk is a dining table. I mean, that's fair. I actually got two dining tables in my living room, in the form of drop leaf tables. I do love them. One of which actually belonged to my grandmother, which I got completely refurbished. Cost me 700 quid to get done. That's because a family member completely neglected them and left it out in the rain, and yeah, wasn't particularly happy about that. Shure is pronounced the same way as Sure Milo. Sure. You got a sure. Okay. Now I feel like I'm being doubted. Sure, Milo. Sure. Here we are, this is one island. There are several islands around here, and this is one of them. My friend Celio sent the boat to fetch me here. He's in charge of the island's PC network by his lonesome. Why I'm telling you this now? Let's just go see Celio. Celio. Hey there, Celio. Bill, I can't believe you came out here. Well, absolutely. How's your research coming along? How does he not can't believe it. He sent the boat to fetch Bill. I'm the only one who should be the surprise. Oh, wait a sec. This is Milo. He's my buddy, Cilio. He's one dedicated PC maniac. Cilio, this is Milo, a rising contender as the Pokemon champ. That's really impressive. I hate to say it, but I have zero aptitude for battling. Anyways, I'm glad to meet you. So, bring me up to speed. How's your machine running? It's running fine, but we're too remote out here. The PC on this island just can't link with your PC, Bill. Oh yeah? Okay, let me take a look, see. Hang on here. I think we can make it work. Let me help you. Okay. Milo, can I get you to wait for me just a bit? Actually, can I get you to do me a favour? The island next to this one's called Island 2 Island. There's a guy that runs a game corner. He has a thing for rare rocks and gems. We keep in touch being fellow maniacs. So, can I get you to deliver this meteorite to him? I want to keep the meteorite though. Milo, if you are going to 2 Island, please take this. It's a pass for the ferry service serving the local islands. It'll get you to travel between the Island 1, 2 and 3. Oh, you should have this too. I'll catch you later. Say hi to the guy for me. Hey, I'm going to randomly bring you along to this island and then immediately abandon you and send you off on an errand. Bye! Oh, you're a stranger here. Hi, where did you come from? Don't talk to strangers, kid. Paddock Town? I don't know it. On this island, there's an enormous volcano. It hasn't erupted lately, so why not enjoy a hike? I wish I could trade Pokemon with my boyfriend who lives far away. Beach Milo. It's the brand used by the Who because Roger Daltrey wanted a mic that would still work after being swung overhead violently and used as a drumstick by Keith Moon. They're adorable. I'm good at knocking stuff over, so that works. Hi, sightseeing are you? Isn't the warm climate great? Here we are on an island smack in the middle of nowhere. We're lucky to have an upstanding young man like Cilio here. My granddaughter was in a tizzy over Cilio's friend. Something about a famous Pokemaniac? I'm not sure what that means, but Cilio is quite the man. Young people all want to go off to big cities, but I want to stay here forever. On an isolated island? Sometimes I feel that. On sunny days, I step out and gaze upon the volcano. That's my daily routine. Let me think. When was the last time Mount Ember erupted? Oh dear. We'll explore that way in a bit. Ahoy there, where do you want to sail? 2 Island. Alright, all aboard Sea Gallop High Speed 2. There's an old woman who lives in the cottage out on the Cape. she gives the eye to Pokemon, it's a bit unnerving. You know what? I'm going to... Oh yeah, I can't do that yet. Not many people live on 2 Island. There is this old lady who lives out on the Cape. She's been there since I don't know when. Okay, so I can surf, but I can't cut anything down. Excellent. Have you visited the game corner already? There's no good to go alone. You'll have to take a friend along. Hail Hydreigon! Thank you for the hydrate, Pope Winter. Ah. That's okay, you can catch it in about 20 minutes. That fellow there, he moved here from Celadon City. He started a shop with his younger brother. You have to wonder if he knew what he was getting into. Oh, hello, welcome to my shop. We've only just opened up recently. Our merchandise is limited, but I hope we can serve your needs. That's not a lot. I'm the Pokemon Move Maniac. I know every single move that Pokemon can learn growing up. I'm also a Mushroom Maniac. Bring me 2 mushrooms, 2 tiny, 1 big mushroom. If you do that for me, I'll teach you a move to 1 Pokemon. If your Pokemon needs to learn a move, I need a mushroom or 2. Boing, boing. Have you tried the jumping game? The Pokemon you can enter, boing. Some go boing. And some go boing. Did you know that? Boing. Stop saying boing. Now where's Lostet gotten to today? She's always bringing me lunch every day, right about now. You there. Are you a friend of Lostet? Is she lost? Probably. Have you seen Lostet around? I don't know where she might be. She should have been here long ago. Lostet's a cutie. She's got my looks. So what if some things happen to my Lostet? Please help me find her. Please search Island 3 Island. Huh? What is this game corner? How much sadder can this get? Those clowns. They said they'd be waiting on the island, so where are they? Hey you. Is this the only 3 Island around here? Try walking up before you crawl out of bed, you punk. This is 2 Island. Move it. Get your filthy motorbike out of my place. Huh? Oh, gotcha. These islands are all confusing. What'd you think? Look at that. That punk scuffed my floor. Because if I get too many people on here and they all hail Hydreigon, that would be a lot of water I would have to drink in one go. That's why I put in the cooldown. I mean, it might be fun for someone who isn't me. I perfected the ultimate move of its type. But will no one take it for future use? You! That's Kabutops. No, I was just mistaken. I know what he does. I'm not after it. Let's see. Oddish Spiro. Yeah, upside up. Meow. Yep. Some of my friendlies want to play Gunfire Reborn now, so I might go do that. Right, I have to get up at 5:40, so I'm headed to bed. Good night, Milo and Snaz. Good night, Pope Winter. Have a lovely sleep. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one, which will actually be on Wednesday, because I am working tomorrow evening. So I cannot be here, sadly. Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? They say he made a mint. Oh dear. Oh no, we can't both leave. Bad bot. I mean, if you need to leave as well, it's alright, Snaz. I'll be fine. All by myself. I just got fired from a florist. Apparently, I took too many leaves. That's better. Good bot. Early work such. Oh no, he's singing wrong. Everybody's a critic. Bye, Snazmon. Take care. See you soon. Hopefully in the next one. Free Island. Hey, who are you? I'll call the police. Hey, lady. Fork over some spending money. We're the Kanto Rider Federation. Vroom, vroom, vroom. My bike's wimpy, so I have to make exhaust noises myself. That's kind of sad. Hey there, how's it going? What am I doing here, you ask? Why, I'm prospecting for gold. When I strike it rich, I'm buying a house in Kanto. Hey-ahoo! From this day on, this island belongs to us. Hello, us. I think the PC is supposed to be running by now. Let's crush berries. That'll be wasting berries. You can also find some berries on the ground in the berry forest. It's impossible to surf between the islands around these parts. The tides are too fast and treacherous. Hey, did you hear the news? The PC network here can now link to the PCs in Kanto. I don't know how that came about, but it's fantastic. Excellent. Right. Are you the boss? Go back to Kanto right now. Ha! Why, I just got here, pal. What's with the hostile attitude? It's mighty cold of you. Your gang of followers have been raising havoc on their bikes. Do you have any idea how much trouble they've caused us on the island? No man, I don't get it at all. Look at this place. What do you do for entertainment? You ought to be thanking us for livening up this sleepy village. But hey, if you insist, you can try making us leave. You cowards, so tough in a pack. You, what are you staring at? Don't you know that it's not polite? You want to make something of it, or what? Heh, I like your guts. You'll be losing money to me, but... What? What is this, kid? Oh man, don't you dare laugh. Aren't you from Kanto? You should be on our side. Stop fooling around. What's the matter with you, getting all hot like that? Totally uncool, man. We invited the boss out here, but you had to go and mess it up. You embarrassed us, man. Boss, I'm telling you, you've gotta do something about this kid. I've been watching you. I'd say you've done enough. What are you, their friend or something? Then I guess you'll be battling me in their place. Ooh. Uh-oh. Alright, enough. We'll leave you like you wanted. We'll be happy to see the last of this boring island. Yeah, go right on and hang around with these hayseeds. Thank you, those goons were nothing but bad trouble. Oh look, your Pokemon got hurt on my account. You've got seriously impressive Pokemon with you. I mean, you only saw one from where you were. It'd be fantastic if someone as strong as you lived here. I hope you at least stay here a while. I beg your pardon, you're looking for Lostet? Lostet went towards Bond Bridge a while ago. Oh wait, heal up. Let's crush berries. Oh wait, no, I've already spoken to you. Those bikers, are they gone? Oh, thank goodness. They certainly had me terrified. Me? I'm not Lostet. She's probably gone to the berry forest, I think. She picks berries there for making lunch. I will be going into extra time today since I won't be here tomorrow. So I'll be here on for an extra hour. Baguette. Baguette or fat. The components of a baguette are defined by law in France. They cannot include any ingredients beyond the traditional yeast, white flour, water and salt. Have you been looking into those commands, maybe Pope Winter? When it evolves, I'm going to play the game on 2 Island. Is it true? Celadon department store is several times bigger than this shop? Those bakers were about to trash this Pokemon. I'm glad they decided to leave. I sometimes buy medicine here, but a lot of people heal Pokemon with berries from the berry forest. After all, berries are free and they never run out. Did I check in this place? Papa keeps lying to me and won't let me go out and play. You must never ever go out to the berry forest alone. Why? There are ghosts there. Woo! Free Island is actually the most populous of the islands here. Still, can be less sleepy. But I wouldn't want to see goons like those bikers here again. That sounds like a yes. The blue veins in cheeses like Roquefort and Gorgonzola are actually edible mold called Penicillium roqueforti. I mispronounced that, I'm sure. I bought this house because I wanted to live somewhere quiet. Today I think I'll go out fishing. Ugh, quah! It's useless. I can't make this spoon bend with my mind. Maybe I really don't have any psychic powers. Not according to Sabrina! You know about a girl gym leader in Saffron City? She uses psychic-type Pokemon, right? I admire her, I really do. I've heard that she's one cool customer and beautiful too. Wow, you are really exploring, aren't you? No, look at that fox. What Pokemon are here? Pidgey, Oddish, Meowth, Venonat. Pidgey, Oddish, Venonat. Okay, Venonat and Psyduck. Yep. Okay, yeah, I've got everything here. So I don't need to catch anything. We'll teach you what our favourite Pokemon is. Peach fact. If a recipe calls for peeled peaches, blanching the fruit in boiled water for 30 seconds followed by an ice bath allows the skin to slip off easily. Wasn't that fun? I hope we can battle again. Joy, that wasn't fun. Slate is a fine-grained, filleted, metamorphic rock derived from the metamorphism of shale? The rock is famous for its perfect rock cleavage, allowing it to split into the thin sheets. Ooh, is there an item there? There is an item there. Tempic. Please provide a number. Okay. .30 centigrade is 86 Fahrenheit. Are you having fun playing about with those commands, maybe, Pope Winter? Where are you off to in such a hurry? You're raising some wonderful Pokémon. If you keep going this way, you'll eventually reach Berry Forest. Yay, yay, Pokémon! Well, I'm glad to see that you're having fun with it. I get the feeling that you might have fun with that flip thing and thinking of jokes that can accompany it. Angry flip. Ah. Oh wow. Did I just win or did I lose? Ah, little girl, I believe you lost. Oh no, don't come here. Please, stay away from me. Duck pick. Whack. Okay, you've won. Now, will you please go away? Pokemon bit through my swimsuit. I can't get out of the water. And that was one line I wasn't willing to cross in order to help. Apparently. The salty tang of the sea, it tickles my heart. It looks like it's got hair. Almost. The way it's sort of shapely backwards. Sniff, sniff. Something smells unpleasant. Perhaps the reek is your sweaty Pokemon's body. Wow! Talking smack about my Pokemon after I beat you. My mummy said that I can't swim without my float ring. Wow! This year I'm going to finally learn how to swim. And that's with the ones I thought would be fun. Time for sleep. Okay, sleep well, Pope Winter. Right, so I'm just going to look around as much as I can to make sure that I have got all the items in this area. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ouch. Definitely an item there. Okay. Whimper sniff. Oh, please help. A scary Pokemon appeared there a little while ago. It kept scaring and made Lostel scared. I'm too scared to move, but I want to go home. Oh, here it comes again. No, go away! It's scaring me. Wah! I want my daddy. Oh, that was scary, thank you. Lostel came to pick some berries. You can have this. The papa berry. What's your name? Lostel's scared, so can I go with you to my daddy's house? Okay, let's go home. So you rescued Lostel. How can I thank you? Lostel, darling, forgive me. Daddy didn't know you were scared and in trouble. It's okay, Daddy. I got to be friends with Milo. Listen, listen. Please show me you being cool again. Oh, what's that? You're saying that this is for me? How did you know that I have a love for rare rocks and gems? You sure know how to make a guy happy. Oh, I see. This is from Bill. You have to thank him for me. You know, you've been fantastic. Oh, Moonstone. Excellent. I do wonder if I actually get to the point of catching Moltres today. Would be nice if I do get that chance, honestly. Oh, hey, Milo. What kept you so long? Been out having a good time? We got it done. The PCs are up and running. Cilio, the job went incredibly quick. Bill is one amazing guy. No, there was almost nothing left for me to do. Cilio, I have to hand it to you. You've learned a lot. Oh, really? Well, there you have it. I'm finished with the job. We should head back to Kanto. Cilio, I'll be seeing you again. Milo, I'm really sorry that we sent you off alone today. I promise I'll show you around these islands sometime. Hey, wasn't that a long cruise? My buddy Celio seemed to enjoy your company. I'm sure he'd welcome you if you were to visit him again. If you have the Tri-Pass, you can always take a ferry from Vermilion Port. Alright, thanks for your company. Okay, I didn't mean to leave so soon. But let's get the gym trainers sorted out in the Vermilion City Gym and then head on back. Not sure that I'll get to fight Moltres today, but you know what? At least I can get close. The old champion making. Even I don't know the Vermilion leader's identity either. But one thing's for certain, this will be the toughest of all the gym leaders. I also heard that the trainers here like ground-type Pokémon. Here, you must be running out of steam by now. Alright, one down. I ran out of gas. You need power to keep up with our gym leader. Raw, I'm making myself into a rage. Working myself into a rage. Ooh. Yeah, that really hurt. I'm still not worthy. Pokemon and I, we make wonderful music together. Glad it's a rock type. You're perfect to harmony. Do you know the identity of our gym leader? The truly talented win with style. Ooh. And that was the one Pokemon I was waiting for. Ah. Oh well. I lost my grip. The leader will scold me for losing to this way. I'm the Karate King. Your fate rests with me. Ah. The Pokemon League, you don't get cocky. Your Pokemon will cower at the crack of my whip. Whip. Youch, whiplash. Wait, I was just careless. Karate is the ultimate form of martial arts. Ayah! If my Pokemon were as good at karate as I. Viridian Gym was closed for a long time, but now our leader is back. And this would actually make the last gym trainer I gotta fight. You can go on to the Pokemon League only to be defeated by our gym leader. Oh, yeah. Only by defeating our gym leader, even. Meanwhile, I've got to head back over to Island 1. One Island. Right. Oh, I missed. Right, I think I'm going to get over to one island and then call it there once I'm there. One island. wonder if Celio has any different dialogue here. Hello, you look awfully busy as always. How am I doing? Well, I'm modifying my network machine. When I get done with the machine, I hope you'll be the first to use it, Milo. Right. Excellent. Well, that's a good place to call it now. Right. Thank you for watching today, and I hope you've enjoyed watching me play as much as I've enjoyed playing. As always, if you like my streams, please follow me on Twitch. If you want to go ad-free, please subscribe. If you want to watch a backlog of any of my streams, please go and subscribe over on YouTube. And if you want advanced notifications of any of my streams, please follow me on Twitter. Under all three, you can find me under Milo Stage, so I should be relatively easy to find. Additionally, I do have a Discord server, which is currently pinned to the top of the chat. If you would like to join us over there to continue any conversation that's been started in the stream, talk about future of the channel, games in general, miscellaneous others, such as sharing pictures you've taken of me in real life. That will be... we've got a place for that too. We're generally a good bunch over there, and it'll be nice to add your voice to our own. Thank you once again for watching, and good night, everyone. See you in the next one, which will be Wednesday for Hollow Knight Silksong. Take care.